new online radio that makes you happy.
You've been kept down for much too long. Stand up, please, and say I am free. Don't forget you are welcome home, welcome home.
Jafric Radio, radio.
Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land. All will be happy and gay.
You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jafric Radio.
You are always welcome home, welcome home.
Your online radio, the new online radio that makes you happy.
Been kept down.
You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jafric Radio.
You are always welcome home, welcome home.
Your online radio, the new online radio that makes you happy.
Been kept down for much too long. Stand up, please, and say I am free. Welcome home.
Jafric Radio, radio.
Come with me on this happy trip back to
This is Jafric Radio.
all will be happy and gay. Come with me.
Home Sweet Home on Jafric Radio.
You are always welcome home.
This is Jafric Radio.
Your online radio, the new online radio that makes you happy.
Been kept down for much too long. Stand up, please, and say I am free. Don't forget you are welcome home, welcome home.
Jafric Radio, radio.
Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land. All will be happy and gay. Come with me.
Home Sweet Home on Jafric Radio.
You are always welcome home, welcome home.
Your online radio, the new online radio that makes you happy.
Been kept down for much too long. Stand up, please, and say I am free. Don't forget you are welcome home, welcome home.
Jafric Radio, radio.
Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land. All will be happy and gay.
This is Jafric Radio.
Home Sweet Home on Jafric Radio.
You are always welcome home, welcome home.
Your online radio, the new online radio that makes you happy.
Been kept down for much too long. Stand up, please, and say I am free. Don't forget you are welcome home, welcome home.
Jafric Radio, radio.
Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land.
Jafric Radio, your number one online radio station based in Japan. Hi, my name is The Laboratory, an international flutist from Ghana. I urge you all to listen to Jafric Radio station based in Japan. Jafric Radio, radio mu papa. Jafric Radio, radio mu kiko. Jafric Radio, yeah mamu kasi bopa. Jafric Radio. Jafric Radio, yeah mamu kasi papa. Jafric Radio, yeah mamu adiswa papa. Jafric Radio, radio, Jafric Radio. Jafric Radio, your number one online radio station based in Japan. Jafric Radio, radio mukiko. Jafric Radio, yeah mamu kasi papa. Jafric Radio.
This is Jafric Radio.
Hello, our wonderful and cherished viewers. This is Home Sweet Home. We welcome all of you on board. Thank you so very much for being there for us all the time. We are on, we are live. All right, so wherever you are, all that I want you to do is to share the link with your friends and loved ones and let them be part of this journey that we are going. Right, we know and you know our motive, that we want every married couple enjoy their second heaven on earth. So I want you to join us to listen to our discussions. Call your friends, let your friends call their friends, and join Jafric Radio Home Sweet Home program. And I tell you, your marriage will be spiced up. Wow. All right. Thank you so very much. I just want to announce a very, very wonderful birthday of our daughter. She is 8. Sonia. Happy birthday. May the Lord bless you and make you grow up to be a very wonderful person. Sonia, happy birthday. Your mom and your daddy wishes you a very happy birthday. You are 8 now, right? Thank you so much. And I have with me here, let me take this opportunity to thank all of you who were able to participate in our sister Gina Otina birthday last week. Yes, we did an announcement and we heard that a lot of people participated in that birthday. So she wants to say thank you to all of you who were able to make her day. Thank you so very much. And also Pastor Bernard Ifa has wrote a book, and the title of the book is Glorious Word Devotional. Yes, you can get or grab your copy at Amazon. All right, Amazon. Okay, so it's Glorious Word Devotional. And I just want to announce the funeral of our sister. Her mom has passed away. Mami K. Mami K is her name. And the funeral is coming on August 13th, which is the next Sunday. Right, at Matubara Danchi, Bunka Kaikan. I know most of the people in Japan here knows that place. So please, let's all come together and help our sister celebrate the life of her mother. The next funeral announcement is our brother, our friend, our DJ, and our presenter. Yes, the only policeman in this studio, Mr. DJ Clemsy. Yes, DJ Clemsy is his name. I think all of you knows him. He lost his sister and dad. A very sad news for him, but now he has already done the funeral in Ghana, and he wants to do the final funeral rites for dad and his sister on the 10th of September. So we have at least 1 month ahead of us to make preparation to join our brother at the Central Assembly, Kawaguchi, the Church of Pentecost Auditorium. The funeral will start at 4 p.m. So please, all of you, we want you to come together and celebrate the life of our brother's father and his sister. Thank you so very much. And with me here, we will not forget to thank Bayside Modeling Agency. They made this program possible to get to your homes. All right, they are the proud sponsors for Home Sweet Home program. All right, so Bayside Modeling Agency is at Tokyo, Omotesando to be precise. If you are a foreigner in Japan here and you want to turn your talent into business or earning cash as a result, then contact Bayside Modeling Agency on this email address, info@bay-side.biz. All you need to do is to write to them that you want to register with their agency, and they will respond to you. I want to thank Turmeric Hotel. Turmeric Hotel is at East Legon in Accra, Ghana. If you are in Ghana and you want to spend home away from home, then visit Turmeric Hotel. You will never regret you did. And if you are outside Ghana and you want to visit Ghana, I recommend Turmeric Hotel for you, because the reason being that it's close to the international airport. All right? So your access to airport will not be a problem. And also they have a serene atmosphere that, I mean, you can never forget when you visit them. I have been there before and I'm saying this. They have everything that you need. Thank you so very much. Back to the studio. My name is still remain Abna Poma Pokufuku. You can call me Dickness Poma if you like. And I still remain a lady with a long name. If you think you have a long name, just write to me and let's see. All right. Thank you so very much. I have with me my able brother, a friend, a father, a husband, and a teacher. Is in the person of Mr. Fred Jeche Mensah. Mr. Fred, you're welcome to Home Sweet Home program.
Yeah, thank you for having me today too. Viewers and listeners, we welcome you once again. We ask you to do us a favor, and that is share the app. Please do share the app. Yeah, don't just listen to this program alone. Let your spouse, your friend, your sister, whoever, any related person get to know that there is something going on here. Because you're going to see some things, and the motive, as we all know, is to get our heaven here and make sure our marriage is always on the right course.
That's right.
Thank you.
Thank you. And to me, the next brother, friend, what do I say? A CEO of Bayside Modeling Agency, Zion Company Limited, AfroKids Japan, Jafric Radio, and others that are on the way coming. And Jafric Multimedia, and let's say Jafric Group of Companies. Right. All right. He is right here with me. Yeah, Papa no. Minkasa nya wonye anaya woye. Our chance is here. In fact, we are so blessed to have him. Yenya Bemba Nana Yao Pop. Every year in TNN. Ubetimi afreno Dicken Nana Yao Pop. Oh, ha. Yawa Wakava.
Thank you.
Right.
Also, thank you, Brother Fred. And thanks to the viewers
Thank you. He don't normally appear on our programs. Inti enedia ya chinu say, osi omba na chino. Osi omba na say, oh experiences vibre. Oh, a lot of, and your man to share with us. Yeah, so he is here with us, and just as we did it last week, we will mix the language. Because last week was supposed to be Chi, but we saw that there are a lot of people on who couldn't understand our local dialect. So, in order not to cheat the people last week, we are going to mix the language. All right, so feel free if you are watching us, even if you want to send your text in Hausa, we have the translators who will help you, and then we can understand, right? Any language at all that you think it's necessary to send your message, it's fine by us. All right, thank you so very much. And we are still on the discussion of the different stages of life in our marriages. Different stages of life in our marriages, and we've touched a lot. We have already spoke about the early stage of our marriages, where
This is Jafric Radio.
There you could see the darling and other things flowing up, and when it gets to the middle stage, where maybe couples have another, we have reprocreate another being to join the marriage life, and it becomes a lot of issues. And then the last stage, I think last week we touched on the middle stage, where we could see that a lot of things may come in as marriage couple. So when we get to that point, that we see that a new man said and I say when we encounter certain issues and difficulties in marriage, we can solve those issues easily. And one of the key we are not yet dwelling on was communication. Yeah, so there's certain things say our partners, they are not magicians that for them to predict our minds and know what we are thinking. So when we are in a difficult moment, we need to speak out. Yes, we need to share ideas, agree to disagree to agree. Yes, let's try. So we saw that communication is a key factor in our marriages. So we need to champion on those areas in our marriages, so that our marriage will flourish and we can enjoy the second heaven on earth that we are all praying for. So today we will touch on the later stage in the marriage, where yonkora ni nyina ya woman omo enyinyi no omo so ware na fe the real our na edishas and yes I go back to that level. Yenyi akoye nimuno. Enuna, when it happens, like when we couldn't handle the middle stage, no, well, like yenya issues, na yenti me and solve the issues, na most no divorce ni ade aseti in. No. Sometimes we will say ebi mu grow up nanka the time they needed the partner to be with them, no be a new on chain. No mo man so edwane ejomo omo nyina ko, so you become so lonely e wo fie nti wan hwe ya obeka say partners edi wo hwamo, but na entisa yentumi ansolve yen issues no very well, and I result to that. Enti enei ye hwe ni nyina na ye hwe yen later part of our marriages no na ye hwe sikasem ni ade nyina. I think we have a lot to share. Because it's stages of life in marriage. Every stage counts. Every stage it counts very well, and little thing can trigger our marriages. When ni baba on no ube hu say aware na gu obi kote paste kakra paste o na ni kunsi ade na wuti paste bebre we so ye ento kwesi o ma tutu amani o mo ho aware na gu obi so ehun say ekura na mo say ekura so yokutre ekura we say okutre ekura kutre achinie santo kwa pepe o magu aware no we hu enti there enyoma bi o ha yeah, come back and say, oh, wait there, it's just a story, and I say, but it has happened. It has happened into yeah, na near her compa, boy, and these issues na ye bubosuna. It's very important, Tina. They be a in your if free outside, no man ya daja research, no ma bet na no more atre no ma, and ebimpo go to the extent that they share their life experience to us in order for us to be cautious of those kind of things. It's you better Jafric Radio as CBO for giving us the privilege to reach out to our folks. Sani abeya ya wari nyina ebeye fe na afe aye de. Right. So Mr. Fred, remember also na ye share the early stage, the later part of the marriage now where mbofrana startia omu wari no na akoka mami no eni papa no feeling no eya na etisen because we must ebi anyinyi e did say bikra ayes ayodara dada though they have not getting married yet but still omanya omabru 18 now ebi ati omo
so far you one or no
exactly
she's not a professional singer.
Right.
Yeah. Well, at that stage now, it's like, well, you feel natural. Yeah. I mean, you need problem with the child. Yeah. But the relationship between you and the mother, it grows.
Right.
Yeah. Depending on how Mali foundation from the beginning. Yes, indeed. Yeah, that will grow. That is the fact. Yeah, but whereby maybe the foundation wasn't good, I mean, you have a lot of regrets. Sana, I mean, when I look around me and see and listen to people around me now, a lot of them have regrets because, yes, it's gone to where they did not expect it to be. Yeah, because in Kolano, free mono. No, I'm just one free in Kolano. Yes, become me, and the other party thought say then they don't need one again.
But don't you think that when before I call that stage, now we have built our world around those kids, like especially Mami Foni, you will say these are our properties, so all the time we are camp Bofrana she and I are isolated beman. It's when Uncle no so be call mu baby do. Now that connection has broke. So yes, to me, enya access to Oberimani. And a bass answer no so a funny wondering because we live lonely lives are you used to. So she thinks that I don't need you anymore.
Yes. I mean Nyokan correct. It happens. Yeah. But so far around me there, I've not experienced such. But I have heard the story, and I know what's going on, especially on my room. I know that situation still goes on. But a conditioner that was plotted between them in the previous lives.
Right.
Seni oka say enkwano ebe glue around the woman. It's natural. You can avoid it. So it's up to the woman to see the future. Say future, and one day these kids are going to move out. Because if you don't give them their freedom, they cannot make family. They will always think, say, they have the mother around them, they feel comfortable, they don't need any external person. And once you are almost on one worry and I say relationship with the outside the family, will delay.
Okay.
And I say it won't go well for them. And we don't advise people to get into that area. But whereby it has happened, well, any day it's natural thing. So we can only advise the man to rethink, and I say advise the woman to reconsider her positions and probably take some apologetic in a condition to bring the man back. Because when it happens that way, it becomes difficult to get a man back. Yeah. Naturally, free car. If you don't take care, you would think so you don't need yourself anymore. Whereby compatibility is less. No?
Right.
Yes. And I say whereby you both have struggled to make the relationship work for much longer time. If you are not careful, you say to one another, say, oh, enough is enough.
Yeah. What you are saying is right. It's true. A friend of mine who's old enough, and these issues started in their marriage and they were just not in a good terms. It's lingered for much time, and at some point the man didn't feel the need to even have sex with the wife. And later on the wife was complaining. Do you know what the man said? He said he has prayed to God to take away that like feeling of having any way with the wife. The reason being that having sex with the wife. The reason being that at that middle stage, when he feel like going for that, the woman begins to complain that like things, they just always pulling back. He doesn't want it. So the man got used to that system, and he decided to write it off his mind that he don't need it. And the time that the woman wanted, he couldn't get it, and it also creates another tension in that marriage. So what Mr. Fred is saying is really true. We need to be extra careful. Yeah, especially during the middle stage where there are so many difficulties. Yes, so many issues in that marriage. If we doesn't handle it properly, when we grow up, it will waiting for us to meet us there.
Yeah, there's one thing I want these listeners to sort of glorify this radio station, because in Sembo one Maya, and it's easy to say, but
that's right.
It's like based on research and information. You should be extra careful, because don't forget, say a member there. We still have the power to go to different women. But a man who do certain age, to be honest, it's not so simple and easy. I have 8 sisters, that's why I know what I'm talking about. It's not so easy and simple when you lose your marriage, especially in this country. When you lose your marriage, look, every man that comes around you have one thinking: she was wrong, she did something wrong, she wasn't a good wife. I mean, so many things goes on in the mind before the man comes to you. So, and if you're not careful, it takes time before you get somebody who will feel, who can, let's say, come to you and have a relationship with you. Before I'm a man, so I know what I'm talking about. And of course, I'm in a good age to say that too.
Yeah.
And it's a way of advice that we're advising the women to be careful. Your children are going to move out one day, not 2 ways. And when they are gone, if you have mistreated your husband, or if you have not treated her, or given conditions that were not appropriate during the relationship, I'm telling you, it takes time for you before you get you develop another relationship with a man. And we're not bragging, saying it will be easy for us, because you don't feel like going to that woman again. I'm telling you, you can play around. Yeah, you make to me, like I say, a loose life, but you can go back to your street life. We started all when you were young. Yes, you can go back to your street life, although you are grown, but you still have your grown-ups too on the street. So let me try. But a man, any difficult. Now this idea, it gives a lot of stress. Yes, and then a man binum ye basa, to be honest. And it's easy to come out when you get into that shell. This radio station is advising, as I say, during marriages, troubles will come and they will go. Nothing will come and stay permanently. And it depends on the way that you handle it. So that will make you people know to rejuvenate yourself or think of breaking the whole thing apart. But we don't advise that you take the last part, say you break it up. But we're not advising that you do it that way. Always be patient, and handle things pragmatically.
Right.
So any advice I give, because future day, to be honest, when things fall apart, remember we can be confident of ourselves.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
you don't know the sugar mummies who pay for that.
Well, there's a limit to it. I know what
Right.
you're talking about, but there's a
It's
limit.
true.
So let me tell you, there's a limit. I've seen some.
That one too
I know some. As I'm
requires
talking
a
right
lot
now.
of.
I know some, and I've seen some. My very good friend was into a very billionaire woman. And then what happened? He has to pack and go.
Okay.
Everything that she wanted, he was giving, But what did he say? Oh man, I'm tired. Because Obianso was kind of very proud and he want to control the man. No, men too. We don't forget to say we want respect. And my friend, he got what he wanted and just pack and go. So Oban, what is he doing? He keeps growing. And I can tell he keeps growing. And we are advising our women who are listening to this program, say the situation, is the end. There is the future there. The future no na so when see a year, someday in future you have regrets.
Right. You go straight to pop sense. Na also so wa kakra say also menyi say umachum 2025 ni ade e bi atwam sa e bi mun so ye nkitinkiti.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah, kind of what we're saying is true. But to me, what I think and what I thought I wanted to do with my life didn't happen. But I was thinking, say, like after say woman that is the period that you and your wife,
This is Jafric Radio.
your husband, should enjoy life. The remaining life that the Lord has given it to you. For example, if me say I like onsen,
It's all about Jafric Radio.
I love going to the mountains, she's saying that I ski, I love the nature. So there, it's like me and my wife, once a month or so, we come together, we go to the onsen, or we go to the mountains or to the nature, relax, talk, and refresh our memories and mind. But as brother was saying, it's true. If from the beginning, if there is no that connection, and all the kids goes out from the house, it remains you and your wife. And if that bond is not there, it brings another way of what?
It's all about Jafric Radio.
Because I knew. I've been here for almost 35 years.
Right.
One of my best friends is a Japanese guy with a family, a wife. And the kids, grew, and they left the house. They have to get married. Everybody left. So it remained the guy and the woman. And during the marriage, there were this why I say no. So the lady said, if the kids move from the house, you are going to stay in room A and I'm going to stay in room B.
Oh, wow.
You see? And the guy said, why? And he said, you know how women are, la 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 la. And it was going to be another fight. So the guy said, okay, they are still here. Why don't we, just wait, and when they leave, let's sit and talk. But peace couldn't work. So it came to a point to say, when the kids left the house, the woman has to pack her stuff to the other room, and the man has to leave at the other room. So when it's time to play on the bed, then they communicate on this Keitai.
Hey.
And it went on now for years. And then the guy told me, no, pop more, or more soto da sobimasio. So kasi soto da sobimasio,
Just go out and play around.
Go out and play around.
Oh.
So I think, I know, brother DJ is so kind. I said, for a man to be so successful, it's due to the wife or the woman in the house. No matter what. Every successful man behind us.
Beside every successful man,
thank you,
there is a woman.
My love, thank you. Beside every successful man, there is a lady behind him. So, if in that house, if the women didn't really stand well to make a happy home, the home would break within a second. So this is what I can say for now.
Right. Yen say, yes, especially last night, let's say cross-cultural marriage, intercontinental marriages. Na share yen Mary Maya yabe wari Japanese for Emirati na say other foreigners na yen afa omo aware no omo enso mimisa question is say emanu ewu wie a omo wu omo mani wie a eya na situation say they still feel that bond of because near me matiti say you say emanu ewu wie a na omo afan kwala ni say omo bibia and they rejected the men omo mpe most name pe say omo ni omo kum kra ebeshia kra bio how true is these things are yet
Well, so Kasaminka Sadia and the may make us any true.
Okay.
Yes. Because don't forget, say, yen foreigners nearby, we have levels of life's ID,
right.
And depending on the level and the type of women that you pick from this society, that's how you're going to treat her. But of course, yeah, just like every woman. Obe being wa on funny ma ancient as say a call our yes. It's just the same thing everywhere. And now difference is here society in let's say Africa, for example, the way a man to me interact, especially would be that area, you can see say a lot of people comes to greet her, a lot of people comes to sort of play with her, encourage her, and all those that kind of thing. It be ni kroma. Hanti, I don't say, Obano wa, she's just on her own, on any kun, and akwano wa. Now here is the case, Obebia akwala akwala for no two ways you get stressed. There's stress in doing that. Hanti, so yes, stressfulness. Maybe husband is not understanding that, but always demanding for his partner. Anybody who can take the action say, if that's what you are doing, then I'm okay. I'm done with you. Let me take my child. I hope you get what I mean. Someone let me trade. That's how it is. Sana me huno.
Mamimram kakra. They check yampao. But abofra na nye wie krampo a yemfa say let's say let's start let's say Yochien, especially with the Japanese couples with, on the Yochien level, and ebia yemfa say obane bema de munyina mo ye adwuma anajo na ya bon komo de ewo impaso na some you do and you are asking for that thing up. Then the lady will start saying, my brain. But imagine, when you know like when you were like
courting,
friend, you can say dating, no. Not abu friend, no. She was a woman. Oh, no matter what, I've never was to say they may worry if you but mostly no you say sir Japanese for ladies no, if you marry a Japanese woman or person before she is a woman, but after say emba abim no, she become a mother. And if she becomes a mother now, you, the father, no, you are a second choice. The children are the first priority. Member of Naba.
Yes,
Good.
above very well.
The children are the first priority, and then you, the man, you are the second priority. And when it comes like that now, especially where we are from, no, it brings a little confusion between you and the lady. Because when you need attention, and the attention is not coming on you, it goes to the kid. Although it's good, say, or she's looking after your children. Daytime and everything is okay. But emra kweku don sro epese o ko ahimfie pa na ya to ahimfie gate mu obi wa wunim ye namfo bebre 1 month 3 months 1 year ne yire mpese oni ne beye bribi amalaye.
Let me bomu. Neo Kanye good but we don't have to forget say we have a culture which is prideful. We have a very prideful culture. Wherever we go, no, we feel we have to be on top. Or what we say no, should be first heard by our partner. In Africa, no, and I can say, and Obana won't call no, and couple bringing baby dear grandma, what is this stress? If you can't point when they be employed or non consent point to me,
yeah,
different about the yaman. So I make trade. In rain, no example, stress no maybe. No, Africa, I'm talking about because. Yeah, and she's not stressful. And to open time for what? The husband. But this is the country. They don't have such things. So let me tell you.
But remember, even so, wow.
Esa ubuana a level or the buano. Yes, and say ubuano na could do baby. I don't see why she would deny you. There are experiences and examples going on around. I'm not saying say you are lying, but I'm trying to break it down. Say you chrome the entire hunisano. Yes, otherwise you're like every woman. So let me tell you. Personally, when my first daughter was born, before she comes home, all the time my kitchen I didn't change it. We did no one wrong change. I didn't change the kitchen bathing. Me person hey, me say or buy no or congratulate me sa kile janice because me say a bit difficult for her to do that. Breastfeeding the child, doing that. Hey, the kitchen hot cleaning the week be na Miss Random my year. So I'm saying, although she has stressful
This is Jafric Radio.
Make sure say I'm not a target. Say I'm not the cause of that moment now or that stressful attitude. No.
Right.
But let me tell you. And you know can a true. Now because a culture no say or maybe one more for say yeah onyanu fie no. Oba hands over far say your chrome how money no. It's onyanu sa.
Is it the cultural difference ninti nama those kind but tip of say I'm not trying to say during the let's say dating time no we can say nyoma echo smooth
yes
but enkolani be me wie no na fe ene me member me ho kra but when it persists for so longer ebia once a while nipa ti me break
of course
my ejuma bre we dey Mr. Mabre mama na if persistently dey bia wa bre
don't forget there's a cause for persistency. There's a cause for it. Maybe Onosuni Subano he hasn't changed it and it has been going on for much longer time. So let me tell you. And how do you expect the woman to all of a sudden change her life attitude? Because Washa Koleya from Francia, infancy, but the stress is still there.
But you know what? It's not only foreigners married to Japanese women are experienced what I was just saying.
Okay, look at my analysis. So, you see, when they have children, or when they give birth now, in our culture, look, taking care of infants, and I say babies, no, easy.
Very tough.
And more stress in BBR.
But you know, even Japan, we have our ladies or women abena say o ha no wo ne me nyina enso
You can tell you how stressful she was. I'm not lying. No, she can tell you how stressful she was. No. We are on radio, but let's be honest.
Mr. Fred. I know dear. A human dear, a maybe responsibility.
Yes.
Say, obey. Yes, ain't he? Like, one thing I mean, so a boy, I said, Mr. Fred, I have a very supportive husband. Yeah, that's like Obe Wawa releases stress.
That is it.
And so when he releases your stress daytime, you have to also release his stress in the night time.
So always also our ladies, our spouses, we help them.
No, we need to understand this because we have both sides. Our experiences are in it. Yeah, also direct experiences there. Now, baby and Amika say once they get stressed out, be anytime. Yeah, she doesn't want to get in.
Yeah, even if it is good thing, sees it as evil.
So and when this continues for a period of time, say she gets stressed out.
Then take you off the hat.
Yes. They regret, but somehow when that decision is made now, it's made. So and in a way we need to understand them. So that we don't put much stress
on them.
And both of us need to understand each other.
Yes.
A man who say man somu nipa. And our makeups are very different.
Yeah.
Oba bet me at nasi if bibi nkwaka bibia obits now sa nothing like home filishi. But a man so ya dibia onama ekre obi twam na ye omu timi kire omo no mo ye omu hia enye. And so we should also know the differences between yeni and kunum. It is sometimes when they are in this way then we need to help them in order to also release their stress. And this answer we are also piling up their stress, and there will be no peace in that house.
That's the reason why this Jafric Radio is sort of doing this program, advising people to be careful, to become aware that stages of life you definitely going to face it. Obia, so what still you still have some problems. It started some early years. Maybe right now you are struggling how to sort of solve it with your spouse. And so with this radio station, if you need to take apologetic situation, do that, apologize and live together. Because at the old age, when you break apart at that age, and I'm telling you,
it's tough.
And it's so simple. I said we can take a street life, or do whatever we can.
But so street life doesn't. It's not easy.
It's not easy. It's not easy. Say you meet some people, you feel say with your level. You don't match in any way. Your way of thinking, your way of processing things. How I've gone through, became a father. How you've listened to your children, talk with them, and move with your children. But now you have to go and meet such a person in a relationship. The compatibility is completely zero. And you remember it's very simple.
It's me stress be up. A chroma say dementia happen when they are growing up. I can say, I'm sorry to say, sense is no crying to me. Enye juma bim adrena ankasa enye juma ebimunsu eyi weak, they can't even stand, they can't do anything. Enti ubehun say omo to omo bo asi wo mu no, just as ubehun say bi kra na oberema na oba ne ti wheelchair mu no pianos boko owo ne ho adaje, but say yankoye no the only ni say better more to aged home.
Chroma say Kojiki, they say Kojiki homeless for no it be a self-made. So let me tell you. The church say, I send the wife and then call an up and I saw no one casamuno. And of course, he's nothing at home or chain a property mound. Then he lives home, live on the street, waiting for death.
So
Wow. This very stressful.
Oh yes,
very
because
stressful and
and I can say I want to say the culture now is different. I want to say or continue say drive you can say dressy drinking some and simple you can say
Palm wine.
palm wine. You can make some friends there and possibly meeting a woman. And to see culture now, those kind of opportunities are there. But when they know on found say be or one include they have to leave home. Maybe this woman has not been good or compatible with him for much longer time. It do that level and corner and also feel they say, okay, I don't need this woman anymore. So
This is Jafric Radio.
Let me stay here. Or even if I stay here, seeing her every day, I just get stressed. Let me give them all the property. Get to the street. I'm a man. Not a cost street. Oh yeah, you want correcting so. But or did that
At the end of the day, you know, I say but that
or the train station I say or the and yes. Or the pain so. A good na catch
Eja will fear man.
a joke few man that's all so I'm feeling happy and she doesn't want to see them.
so
On them so many things. Eti can say eti na chroma say no man so actually please for no more harass kujiki for no
too much.
because they know say
already they are stressed
it
out.
be a self-made and I mean it be a self-made so on kujiki or no penny peaceful life into place no big now because
I'm sure.
so I'm sure only law no
Yeah.
eti yeah can say on the radio now we are advising our listeners say this kind of life is ahead
Right.
of any relationship and we're definitely to face it. And we're advising ourselves that we should be careful not to fall into that kind of situation because and yet helpful.
Yeah, helpful.
Yes, and yet helpful at all. I know. Let me finish one story.
Right.
I have a very good Japanese friend, very advanced. He always feel like going with a young woman. Only new wife breaking nearly 20 years near. You know what? Woman now proposal for them to break apart. He's not going to sign the divorce form for him.
Wow.
You see, locking him out not to get into anybody for any relationship.
Right.
You see how it is? And the woman is living somewhere in different prefecture. And this guy too is living in Saitama.
But is it a way that after some period lapses, the lawyer can even stand in and sign the divorce on behalf
Of the
woman?
oh yes. If the man applies, but it's not so simple. If the man applies, yes, the law can do that.
Because I have seen someone who didn't know that even the husband has divorced her.
Well, the law can do that, but it's not so simple. You still need the consent of the woman or her family. Unless she's dead or there's nobody there. Otherwise, it's possible. Yes.
I see.
So
Right.
this situation now, the woman in a way, she's playing some kind of wicked attitude towards the man.
Towards the man. It clearly shows the stress that the man is having in that marriage.
Yeah, but the man goes on with his life because to him all the kids are grown up and they are gone. And for about 10 years he hasn't met any of his kids.
Wow.
Yes. And so he goes on, he travels to Kazakhstan or wherever just to play around.
Wow.
He has money. You see. So we are advising our listeners and viewers that situation of such is ahead of us, especially if you are in a third stage of marriage. Yeah, it's ahead, so we just need to be careful.
Yeah.
What we couldn't do in the past during the second stages, if we have some regrets, we should take some apologetic measures and apologize to one or another, say we're sorry and make sure we can mend ourselves and rebond again. Otherwise, I'm telling you, breaking apart in the old age is not advisable.
And there are some people who are so, unforgivable. Yeah, yes, unforgiving, let's say. When situations comes and they think that they are hurt, it becomes so difficult to forgive. Others still hold on to whatever they think or their husbands who have wronged them, or their wives, right? So in a situation like that, when maybe one who was at fault think that let me apologize, and still it doesn't work, what could that one do?
Well, if you apologize to your spouse and she does not accept it, well, then she's trying to be wicked, or I don't know if I should use that word. Yes, because apology is a condition of one expressing remorse.
That's right.
Yes, it's a condition for one to express his remorse over some wrongdoings or the past. So meaning that he has recollected himself, and he's not going to do those things again which hurt the spouse. So that's the meaning of apology. It's a condition to
Right.
So if the wife or the husband refuses to accept that apology, that means what you are trying to tell your partner is enough is enough, and you don't want anything with him, which is, to me, is unkindness.
Maybe.
Yes, it's kind of unkindness, and it's unkind attitude. Yeah, it hurts, of course, but if you can, like I'm saying, apology to the Christians, forgiveness is a precious thing that every Christian or religious person has to practice. I think it goes on the same in all the religions. Yeah, this country, when you say I'm sorry, the first thing is for them to forgive you. That's the impression. It's a cultural attitude here. So
but not all. Some you can say sorry, and the consequences you must face.
Of course, the consequences, the sorry does not mean you don't have to pay for the sin or the wrongful attitude.
Right.
But it's a way to reconcile or rebond with your spouse or your friend, or but it doesn't mean do not pay for the consequences. No, that's not what it should mean. But like I said, it's a condition for one to express remorse, and to say that I'm not going back to the past. You see, I regret, and I want us to start it all over again. So that's the meaning of apology. And if one should say no to that, well, that's going to be an unkind situation.
Okay, thank you so very much, Mr. Fred. We have some comments that have come in, so we will read the comments and then we continue. From Clemzy Esel, he said, Mr. JT, please, their kids becomes priority when they give birth. I think he was talking about ladies.
Yes, it's natural.
Yes.
For me, we have to look at something that's natural. For me, what I learned is, men, we don't have the spirit to nurture babies, to bring babies up. We don't have that spirit. That spirit is with women. Am I wrong? So
mostly then.
I won't say that. For me, 100%. The women have that spirit. Of course, carrying a baby in the stomach for nearly 10 months. Hey, come on, it's not easy and simple for them. If God hasn't given them that spirit, they couldn't.
That's true.
You get my point. You, a man, just swallow something like a ball into your stomach and hold on for even one day. You're going to stress yourself, right?
Yeah.
So for them to handle this kind of, baby within 10 months, for me, it's very stressful. So they have a God-given spirit to do that.
Right.
And we've got to appreciate them too. So yes, for me, I appreciate that only women can do that, and we need to assist them and support them in doing that.
Right, thank you so much. Let's move to another comment Same person, he said, a lady friend told me for the past 20 years, no sex with her husband. Why? I asked, and she said, they just don't feel like. So I think that's their behavior.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Everybody has his own experiences.
20 years.
But I'm telling you, as we here, we also have our own levels. But don't forget that if you look, the romantic side of sexual activities is something that brings somebody's attention
Yeah, yeah.
to that performance.
Right.
Don't
That one
forget
is
that.
true.
But
So,
Mr. Fred, 20 years, what
Of
is
course,
the
it-
man doing in that marriage? Hey!
maybe he's playing outside. The woman too is playing outside. It should be possible.
My goodness.
But Abner, you forgot there was a lady we worked with before.
Yeah, she told me.
Right.
At that time, it was 11, oh?
Mhm.
Yeah. She said 11 years she has had nothing with her husband, but she plays outside.
My very friend.
Mm.
Wow.
My very friend.
Mm.
I have a very good friend in this country. He lives with a legal wife, Japanese.
Mm.
Altogether, by now, 7 years, they have had nothing. They have one daughter who is now getting to the university to pursue law. The woman says she will not allow him, but have sworn that should the man go for another woman, she's going to kill herself.
Hey!
That's
You-
terrible.
When you kuro bi ase konongo kaya.
That's
Onso
terrible.
anso oncho homo bi
Yes,
mefa.
that's terrible.
Edi asem ni.
Yes, also, terrible. And this woman that I'm talking about, according to God, when they're in the home, she dresses before him, she
Iyo
loses herself,
obehano.
baths everything before him.
Punishment.
But what can he do?
Hey.
Wow.
This, my friend, is going through some suffering, I'm telling you.
Mm.
Because of that, he had another girlfriend from another country. He has 2 kids with another woman from another country. One just passed away some few months ago. And this friend sort of, accepting this situation and living with it.
Wow.
Because the woman has warned him that although she's not giving him
The
herself,
food.
for food and everything she does.
He was talking of
Oh, okay. Okay.
Mr. Friend couldn't catch that.
I didn't get that point. The sexual part is what the woman sort of
Stopping
sees-
him.
Yes.
Is he
stopping
having
because-
a medical issue? If not, then it's 20.
According to him, the woman says she's in her menopause and she doesn't feel like
And so what?
meeting a man and
Monopause people even.
he's
as
told
the
this guy,
most-
if you leave me, I'm going to die.
Oh.
Because to
The
her,
man is kind.
she cannot go. Oh, of course.
Mhm.
Actually, he's a guy who sort of married different women. She's got a Ghanaian wife too. So
Mm.
periodically he flies home, do whatever, and comes back. Periodically he goes to
Yeah.
if I should mention the country,
No, don't.
plays around,
Yeah, he has
Then-
this.
comes back. But he is able to do all this just to sustain himself or make himself happy. Probably I couldn't do that. You see?
Mm.
So this is where the stress would
Would start.
set in.
Mm.
You know. Yes, but what I'm saying is, although she has said that, you can somehow create a situation to let her rethink,
Mm.
yes, her attitude.
Right.
This is a suggestion. You the man who is going through that situation.
This is Jafric Radio.
Situation, develop some kind of means just to get her attention. We've said it over and over that through communication, you shouldn't wait until the time comes that you should have sexual performance with your wife or your husband before you try to seduce her. We've said it over and over that you should try and create some kind of situation, taking her out, trying to lure her, giving her her best foods, best flowers, and all those kind of things, just to recollect her mind towards that kind of romantic situation. By doing that, who knows? She probably will rethink. Yeah, but if you leave it like that, but that she said that's her attitude, and you're also not taking any action to bring her mind, then it's probably going to go. Look, don't forget that these people are very shy. sometimes she feels it, but she cannot come to you unless you take the initiatives. But, and again, when she feels certain, maybe when he look at you, in your case, the situation around you or the condition does not actually support her feelings to grow into that kind of romantic situation that I'm talking about. Then she'll still retreat into her negative shells. Yeah. So, like we is saying, it's only Jeffrey can say this. You being the man, don't just think that she said she's not going to let you have any sexual performance, so that's over. Just go ahead and create some romantic situation within your communication. In an attempt, if you make all these attempts and still it doesn't work, then
I have a question for you. I think you are very, you are a really experienced man in those because you know there was a friend that I know, and they tell me a story of what happened to them. You know, they were together for about 10 years, okay? And all of a sudden, the wife, she's a Japanese, said, "Hey, Kweku, I'm fed up with you.
Wow.
We are going to stay," as he said, but that sawim.
What is so?
The car is not moving. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sexual activities.
That sexual activities will not work.
Right.
And the guy said, why? I mean, all of a sudden. And then the guy was just like, was worried and stuff, but, you know, sometimes, you know, send the wife messages and emoji and all the love stuff. Yet still, even 2 days, there's no reply. You know? So, what the guy did was this. She knew what the lady likes before, you know, when they were like going out and, you know, having dating. So, she will call her one day, let's go, when is your off day, when are you free, let's go to this theater, let's go to the cinema, let's do this, let's go to dinner or something. Then gradually, once he started doing that for about 4 or 5 months, the lady,
it's kind of walk,
you know, came back to senses, and then
she gave
Suhum in Sawim.
That's it.
Hey, he passed in Sawim all the way to Accra.
Now she started, yeah. You see, look, we are all human beings, and we've got to steady ourselves during certain situations. You know, yeah, we just don't have to live it as it is. Of course, they're also human beings. We've got to respect them. That yes, they have feelings. They've got to express themselves. But don't forget that we have a culture which sometimes is, it tolerates some things, but there's no. In our culture, you know, when situations like that happen between a woman and a man, definitely every elder or the whole house was going to condemn the woman. That why not allowing your husband to do this? You see, without thinking or taking care that perhaps something was going on, which, you know, sort of deflated the woman's attention from, you know, having those kind of relationships. Nobody's going to think about that, you see. But this is a country, you know, they take all those situations into consideration.
Right.
You see? Yeah. No one is going to tell her to let her husband sleep with her. Even in our country, although they will condemn the woman, still no one can come and tell the woman that sleep with your husband.
It's in between you and your wife.
That's
right. The communication you're gonna have, the intimacy you're gonna have, you know,
you and your spouse. So that's why I'm saying we need to understand these conditions and situations when they happen.
Yeah.
Yes, be pragmatic and try to solve them. And one way is when that situation keeps going on and we think, oh, it cannot be solved, we let it go, then it will go and get spoiled.
Right.
You know, Frank, it's just like you are there and then you feel sick. The situation. I said, why yare? What yare then now? It is the only way you know what Hona say. Who say yare
Radio.
Find another strategy. Yes, and that is by, taking her to her favorite areas, movies, whatever.
Be nice to her,
Yes,
It's very important.
yeah, and by doing that, one day she's probably going to invite you herself. Then the whole thing will start again.
That's so
So,
we.
yes, but don't let us leave it say that is how they are. I mean, people are complaining that these people are like that, and I'm telling you, those people doing those complaints, a lot of them marry these women for some reasons. Yes.
No. I understand, but like though, even those Japanese foreign kasan so mumara warom hono. Wa wunyo mu yejuma uti omo no munsema. It's the same
They also
thing.
go through
Look,
the
it doesn't
same.
matter.
It's the same thing. So
They go
and you
through
say
the
be a
same.
pro for because of something tina or marriage and abibisa, but although it's sometimes it's true that
Maybe
Yeah.
on the crime money and more seeing one. It's not a question of they are Japanese and they are Japanese. They are women. So I'm saying, those Japanese guys now, and I'm telling you, if you listen to some of
Their
their
stories
attitude towards the women now. So I'm saying, my whole Japanese no need really know about things. And really, there was rather, and that's what they now born it up. Or about things.
oh, and also the NSA say foul.
For what reason I don't know. Let's be honest. Hey, Jaffrick Radio. Thank God for listening to Jaffrick Radio. Hey,
Thank God, amen.
yeah, well, and maybe one more within sparse, and some monks some money.
Exactly.
You maybe one more sparking a keen romantic feelings, no, but hey, ya kawa hada, Obama socks, Usra pants, any who near ma, say near ma tantawi, yema and my home. And it's the vice versa. Too. And it's a money here. You have to, I mean, look, in my house, I try to do that myself. I mean, we just have to have respect at home. That's what I'm saying. Because the pants, somewhere will be soiled up. It will get dirty. Your socks to be the same thing. And these little two things, before your wife washes, try and do some cleaning. Maybe I say, because me, I didn't say, we didn't know who change. And I say, maybe if you, and I saw about who change in name one fina, Odo Sabe Kane oil, Kai. And I say, a guy, Koneho, fee, and all those kind. I hate that in my house. So I'm saying, and in this case, maybe, or no, she doesn't, they didn't even say, if you don't know who is out.
Right.
And what you want, you have to train her. So these are some of the areas. But how, however, who bet me out, go and do your thing. Or not someone who say, oh, you are doing well. And the device versa, and a man also know, I think you crew so about coffee tree. Because never when so beman anything. Because you need to say, you mean a train the romantic feeling out. A ye free muko. A colonel DNA tickle. It takes that kind of romantic feeling. Of course. The tickle, he doesn't have feeling for you.
And you say
For seeing, like I have seen Obia on the were determined, the mind say I will not do it with my wife. It said the first example I mean my what bumper is ready. I didn't crack on crack free. Like I don't want.
On so any of those who you making TV or ban. I putting off. I quite remember a bar when we were students in Shinjuku Radio. That was the time we play on streets. And we met one Japanese guy who took us to this kind of snack pops.
Right.
That was the day that snack pops was popular and very expensive. We went there singing karaoke. So one Obabaku, very nice girls, rare, and I'm not paying or call TV. Kai, the whole thing put me off. Then I got out. I don't want to hear those kind of things. I thought beautiful case. You just as a can't a crime crowd say, oh, Miko, ye me who you are, and I say, Miko, see him,
Wow.
I just
Is that right?
no, so.
Then it's say that was how is
Anyway, but about addressing come out Japanese so it put me off. But yeah, I try not to show it out. And me friend say it's time to get out of here. Because for such woman already, she's already putting me off from anything about her. No. Yes, I see a catcher chief for no one who say, and you make think people will fear a putting off both a money mema. ɛne ne yɛka no nti wohwɛ yɛ kurom ɔtete hɔ no yɛsɛ ɔbaayɛ dɛn ɔkɔ afikyire nso ɔte afikyire hɔ nom a ɔmma fie because ne bi hɔ nom a so yɛdidi awie wobɛhoro nkyɛnse no ayɛ no smart so even what do you call it medical requirement say nkyɛnse ne go no for 30 minutes it started to bleed what germs near it
Right.
ebam enti we ɔbaa bi ano ayɛ no smart we have to keep cleanliness
That one is very important.
and study the situation. Maybe I put us off at home. Okay, you know about who feel free. You say yes, home can you day. You don't have to let your wife
Tell you go and bath.
And I say hear this.
And Obama, yes, I know. What do you think?
We advise
Home, Jerry.
him. So, but you know, say so your hard work, especially summertime, you know, to rest you sweat. And to once before I be ready, you know, say center bound. The first thing is. Yes, straight.
Overall home.
So, before you go out.
Before did you cry?
Could yes.
Because who did you young out bed that when you become?
Well, socks near they say sent me do my you have to practice. Then the same thing the women too should do that. And then maybe I can say put over man off no.
Yeah.
And to see a D anything. We are talking about how to draw the romantic feelings within ourselves.
Yeah.
You know.
This is Jafric Radio.
That romantic feeling, how do you put on sexual performance? It's just like lay down for me to release and that is it.
And that's not the point.
That's not the point. We have to enjoy it.
You have to enjoy it. Yeah.
All right, we have enjoyed it. Our brother Cornelius has also sent this message, and let's read. He said, I don't even know where to start. Yeah, with the Japanese culture, after giving birth one or two children, their sexual life goes down. And if you are not lucky enough, she will continue that lifestyle to their old age. So that's what...
Everybody will say that, but personally, no. Me, I will not acknowledge
Mr. Fred, maybe you have not gone through that. Because the majority of the people, they are complaining about this.
Not that I have not gone through that. I have also problems in my relationship, in marriage. Maybe it's not on that side. But around me, because if I have to investigate or if I have to research, don't forget I have to go through people around me and people that I know. And the Japanese too, I know some of them. And that's what I'm telling you, that there are little things. Not because they hate
the men.
Say a viewer can say it becomes their life. No, I'm not sure it's their life.
It's the stress. But how long can the stress go on for years?
It can forever.
Oh, really?
Yes, ask medical practitioners, doctors.
But Mr. Fred, when we talk about the stress, men also go through their
yes,
stress.
We also have stressful.
Yeah, so I think the best way to do, as we are trying to encourage both men and women to do their best in the marriage so that the marriage will work.
Stigmatizing the Japanese side.
No, it's not stigmatized. No, it's not stigmatized. It's what a lot of people are experiencing. And even their women also, we have had some interaction with some of them, and they also confess. I think one lady told me that about, I don't want to say it here, about 95% of their women, they don't sleep with their husbands, but they sleep outside.
It's a cultural issue here. That's a cultural issue here with them. You see?
But yesterday you said you're married.
Yes, but for them, for somebody to play outside relationship is a normal thing for these people.
Anyway.
You see? But what I'm trying to say is, don't let us put in our mind that that's how it is in the system here. You see? Because we have lived with them, and I know some Japanese people too who live with them too. Don't forget that we have got some Ghanaians who have even have 6 children with them.
Oh yeah. Others are performing very well.
Yeah, so you can see that there was something there that kind of stressed the women that we couldn't correct it.
And it went on and went on and went on and went on and went on. And a lot of people are making complaints on that. So far, no one has written to say that in her relationship, just at marriage, the woman just gave up and we could do it all the time. I mean, no one is saying that, but what everybody is writing to say is they're just like that, you know, they don't get into sexual activities when they have children. Yes, I can understand that. But what I'm trying to let people understand is the stressful attitude that comes in can set these people to a point that is not so simple for them to, you know, come back or recollect themselves. So what we need to do is, one, understand the situation and maybe replot our strategy.
All right.
You know, this is what I'm trying to say. You know, maybe there is something that they've seen they dislike about us because of the stressful attitude. We need to, you know, and these are people, we again, they're not like us that they depend on body actions. You know, in everything they want to
from the brain,
have
from
a
the
sense of it. You see, that's why you can see that somebody who is, excuse me to say, someone who is clever is very clever, someone who is stupid is very stupid in this system. You know, unlike us, we sometimes look at the body actions and you feel, wow, think you know the one about today.
Yeah, let me read this again from Mr. Kone. I think this would answer a little. He said, look, the ladies and guys of this Japanese culture do understand it because they also believe marriage is not all about sex, but companionship or other factors. Yeah, so I think some of them also consider companionship and other factors more
than
to sex. Yeah.
But you will maybe also don't there and say marriage is sexual life. Baby, I need so.
Before.
Be 42. Can I see so? Baby, I need so. Baby, I need.
Oh look. Oh no. Why worry no now on the TV now on my Akosia Kumana Mfanye Jumono. She goes out. And
that is where it satisfy herself.
What is the meaning? I also won't pay it.
That was
Sebi. Now if you go
outside to do that?
What is the nyansalism in this?
One person who every day they want to see new things. You go on maybe every day be person who are the forefront, and I say be before front of pay.
But if you are that type, you don't need to get married. Because you keep on exploiting.
I had a cultural differences in Obama. Yeah, before I ever worry in a society.
In a society,
yes, even your friends around you can coach you, give you a lot of advices about what you should expect and what you should not. Here, no, those things are not there. And
but they have a consultant job to guide parents or something.
Forget it. Kromano, yentity kola, ye support kola. Don't forget this. To see a kroma or kola out tino. Send ye may near kroma yentity kola. Enti ye support tronti, not be known to an one or the
Yeah, that one.
So that it. If you nip away when you know Kowareno, you won't who and all expect it. So I'm saying.
And this is where the Awufo should be also very cautious.
Yes.
Because if this is the situation, then we need to pave a proper way for the children to pass through.
Yes.
Yeah, because if we marry just like that, it's the same thing that they are going to do to their wives and husbands. Yeah.
Because in Colano, excuse me, in Colano, who on the street, so 16 years, 18 years, young now, we'll be one man. They are just being supported. Your penona, you're supporting no. And a lot of families believe that when there's money, every problem
is solved.
And that can be solved in the family. If you are planning to you pay way, when or yan but on here, so I'm saying, and if I say like this, you know, you ain't sharing anything about life, how relationships should work. And you are now when a new name said, marrying means maybe having children with the man. You will know of course he should only have sex when he wants to have a child with the man. And the man too, that's what they think. They should only have sex when they want to have a child with a woman. A lot of their relationships, baby, I've seen a lot. Or Baron and Kwame and son, or tries to be control, me home, Brenner, or Benjamin, or can
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true.
What I'm saying. And it is the culture Yabitum. And Yabitum Sano, we have to teach them what we know by being patient. We can just simply take away what they know and replace it with ours. It's not possible.
Yeah, I think first we need to understand them.
Anything I can say,
Yeah,
we don't have to.
Yeah,
And we don't have to put them in that situation. Say,
is for us. If you think that you cannot, understand their culture and live in it, then the only thing is not to even enter relationship with them at all. Yeah, but I say no one can predict. Maybe you might not know. We have those others that have a very successful marriage with Japanese.
Oh yes.
Yes, and others are not. Yeah, so once we have decided to go with them, then every package that comes around, we need to take it. Yes, and then move on. Yeah.
Yeah, but there are certain areas, maybe we need to touch it from next week going.
Yeah.
Where the culture becomes so much intense. Yeah. Especially when they both get into the old age.
That's right.
That is where it becomes so much intense. Say, naturally, you begin to break apart. Without the fault of the man or the woman. You can see, say, this is there. Why? Because where you were brought up and where she was brought up, at this certain age, there are certain things where you feel you were not compatible anymore. By this time, maybe all your children are grown up and have left the house, or And you do this level, and a lot of us, we think of having partners from the same culture. Yeah, because there are certain language within that period now. You won't nothing have a trend about what you should be doing. And I just say I think so it will naturally.
Right.
This is what I see in how do you call it? Interrelationship. This is what happens.
Interracial relationship.
Yes. This is what happens. In that case, there's nothing that Jafric Radio can advise. The only thing is,
this is Jafric Radio.
At that age, you yourself, you get to know, say, you need someone from.
It's all about Jafric Radio.
Culture. Yes.
And I think it happens to Japanese also.
A lot.
Most women even give a timeline that our marriage will last for maybe 15 years, and I will divorce you. A friend of mine told me that yes, others.
It will happen naturally.
Yeah, that when you grow up, there is no way. So others, I think one man, the lady just sent him off, and with the support of his own children. He is old. He should go back to his country.
Yeah, okay.
Like, whoa.
So hold on, we what's that? Now, they check as in this country, they don't entity emofra, never more support. Into hold on, entity Papa, yeah, me papa.
Me papa.
How say me papa? If you change,
and now where is he going?
So hold on, hold on, say you to meet and then says for me, I make us a boom boom. Sada me men united. Me babe me say, me friend of crowd say, hey, kwe, nani, me babe each says, and then I can say, and I'll Jimmy out. Into your mother, ya warm, and we have to stand well. Me as a papa and American, we have to stand well and really titi and my sister yet titi and yeah, but I don't need me woman by number 24.
We need so mature enough.
24 3 years later ena ye mutiti me hu abufra ya kopim say onyi do be 12 years as I enti ni kosie enti father love ni ho enti when na mama ka say bibi say ya no waje atum me kai pa say mra ne mama ka baby na da abufra we betina afie na ohwe na na yaw senya mene maya no ni na no any family eti no o ka chem say otosa o ka sankara kita kototo watashi no meter monoto zenzen chigao but also what am I saying very 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 serious so it's say ya nyire ya ho pa na engineer ya mano
ombe
mo bossa sori dem kura.
And some parents even make their children feel regret that they have like a different preacher fathers. But some other kids, they hate themselves. Why should I come from the mix?
Well, I don't know if there's intention from the parents and from the mother behind it, but it's something that occurs naturally. My own kids, they sort of suffered for a while. And the only thing is, you being the father have to encourage them. Say, I'm more darker than you, but I'm confident in this society that I can get to where I want to go. So you, being a little fairer than me, you should go more extreme than me. You see, you have to give them confidence to do what they are doing.
Right.
That's true.
Yes. So you being the father, you just have to give them that confidence all the time.
That's true.
Yeah, but for the inferiority, yes, at a point you will feel it. I think during the middle school level. My son is now 18, and believe me, he's much confident. He looks stout and big. He's much confident within himself, and he's even calling, excuse me, to some of them crazy people. Yeah, he's a science student, very pure, and he's so break that.
Is it not your son?
Well, he's so break that he's even not giving them chances, even calling some of them entering some bogus universities, telling them people are kind of
so,
you know.
That's
So it's a kind of confidence that we need to push them into them. It's not only the money, but it puts that confidence into them for them to know that yes, although they are black, they possess the truth.
That's right.
And this is a guy who's always living the Afro. We one day see him.
I know. Handsome boy.
Yeah, it's really handsome.
Really.
Yeah.
You know, there's one story that I want to share.
Okay, share, and I think we
our time is over.
Yeah, our time is over, but I'll give you some few minutes to share, and then we draw the curtain to an end.
You know, there is one lady that now she is, you know, very famous here in Japan. I'm not gonna mention her name, but she told me a story. When, you know, she even nearly like took off her life. Just because he didn't have confidence. So through, you know, the papa encouragement, and I said, "Enough, brother, they check and all the man, no." She say that person is even now known in the world. If you are seeing any penny, into that I'm in a bon common, and she said, "And you me papa na ke tu me foa." What you say? And now, my friend was was with 2 before. You say, yeah, as one thing, you can woman or as one as one tea. Won't two no phone, no, now soon. What you say? On seeing a one nana's nature and a catch them. Near them, mammy, and as a new school teacher catch them.
And one, yeah.
And you were task, especially young papa for seriously. I mean, Madam was a Jafric Radio.
Yeah, we are talking of stages of life in marriage, and we are bringing our children because the journey we are moving with them. Yeah, so we are talking at the last stage of our marriage. We see the first phase, the second phase, and then the third phase that we are talking about. And I think we had a very fruitful discussion today based on the experiences and what the resource persons have learned. Yeah, and they've come to share with us. So I think our time is up, and I will give just 30 seconds for Mr. Fred and Nanaya to just sum up whatever you want to say, and then we close for today.
Yeah. Our listeners, teach for the most. Now, you see the diacosu
any pitri,
yes. The diacosu any pitri. I don't know if it counts or not. Yeah, but
you understand pitri, right? Wake up.
Okay. Yeah, can it be but don't forget, say we can have a silver bullet to shoot all the problems. Yes, you have to develop something like that and try and solve your situations, and as to get yourself out of situations. And I'm saying in the test stage, you see, it's still broad. Yeah, near Ken Kolayasem, we need to encourage them. I almost think they just support them. The way I obey so Sacre be over can I could be anywhere or the canteen for passing. Even one chrome crowd, or Mamina. It's just like Casa. Open to a club, can I make Casa first? Nimami Casa or Cano, and obeti first. And send up obeti papa dear. Indeed, the same thing. Before all father for advice, no, it takes time. Over the care from mother need dear. Hinty. It's the way we encourage the children, and no ever try. All the father, the one thing I want to advise you say, all father no, all the time try say, akolano, uncan be a woman who say who deceive no, and I say who didn't throw. That's the only thing I can give to fathers. Who promise say oba, immediately do it. Also ube didn't be couscous funny call. Obe toshe tamana tomano. Who didn't be call fan call, we couldn't in the walk of Bob package so time some funny call. Send you when I bear my banner who say, Papa, I don't know then. So, who deny and send you now, my friend, who be advice, no few. And that is an encouragement I want to encourage your viewers and listeners. Good listening to Jafric Radio. Say, Ubano, first, all the time, make sure say you are responsible. Oh yes should be yes with your children, and you know is no. Say any dia a no, mom say no, just stand on no. Na maninti say. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Fred, for your good advice. Nanaya.
Enough is enough. Thank you so much for this privilege, for this chance that I could sit here in front of this high educated people like you guys, talking with you on the same table. Madam Wasi Bibre, Yamakan say, Bibre Nayaka, into if you are near a wood, now I think, Yakan Wafa will now so their bo, Odia Kawadi, one of their bo bra. And you mentioned some Ribia Muye Embre, Edima Jafric Radio. We are here because of you, and you are there because of us. We have to help each other and build a good family, a big family, so that we can support ourselves. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I have a message from my own sis. She said, wonderful discussion. God bless you, Jafric Radio. Big sister, you are looking great. Thank you, my sweet Dickness Naomi. She's also a resource person. Very soon, you will see her again. Yes, live and colored. Thank you so much. And we want to thank Mrs. Vida Enin, Nana Ajua. Nana Ajua says, wow, God bless you more, Mama. Thank you so much. And Mr. Cornelius Apia, thank you so very much for your messages. We have Anderson Apia also with us. Nana Tamia, God richly bless you for joining us. Mr. Clement Acel, thank you. My own husband is on. He's been watching since. Elder Foku, God richly bless you for being there for us all the time. We have Mr. Joe Bafo all the way from Nagoya. Thank you so much, Mr. Joe, for tuning into Jafric Radio. We have Latifa. Hey, Latifa, the queen of queens. Thank you so much, Latifa. We have Mr. Michael Yentumi. He said, good morning. I am watching you live from Dubai. Yes, Jafric Radio is international. So some in Dubai watching. Mr. Joe again said, very educative program. Thank you, Jafric Radio. And we have our sister Lily Ofe. Thank you, Lily. And then Randolph Osu is also there. Elder Jerry Asari is also watching us live from Chiba. Thank you so very much. And we just want to draw the curtain to an end. And let's watch a little. All right. Right. Thank you so much. We wanted to show you something, but I need to continue. And I just want to thank Bayside Modeling Agency for sponsoring this program, and also Turmeric Hotel. I call them home away from home. My name still remains Abena Poma Fuku. All right. I think next is Hour of Inspiration. Yes, our own daddy, Pastor Emmanuel Edujemfi, is here, and very soon, I think from 6 o'clock, he will start the service. I always say he give the word of God, undiluted word of God. So please just tune in to Jafric Radio all the time and look to this powerful men of God when they preach here. And we have a lot of programs that we do in Jafric Radio. We have social affairs. We have Sunday morning show. Yes, we have chat room. We have rush hour. Our Go is also there. In fact, we have a lot of program running in Jafric Radio, and mostly our weekends. Yes, so do your best to tune into Jafric Radio on Tuesdays evening from 8 p.m. and then also Wednesdays too we are on, and then mostly on weekends. Friday Jamboree, or yes, or meet Mr. DJ who Will the D. All right, and African Today is also there. We do a lot of discussions about the continent of Africa. All right, so thank you so very much for being there for Jafric Radio, and also we promise that we give you the best, nothing but the best. Okay, so we will end here, and then next week we'll continue with this same program and the same topic also. Until we meet again, we say sayonara.
Jafric Radio, your number one.